Hey people, guess who's back? It's your girl Michelle. I had to take a little hiatus the way 2025 started out, but I am back, still living a line, still happy within, still joyful, and excited about what life has to bring. Today's message is titled What a Wonderful Time to Be Alive. Not everybody may agree with that, but I'm going to touch on a couple of things that may open you up to a different perspective. I am going to start with the scripture as I always do. And today's scripture is from 1 Peter 2:9, and it reads, But you are a chosen people, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, God's special possession, that you may declare the praises of him who called you out of darkness and into his wonderful light. In that scripture alone, I know for me, it speaks to it being a wonderful time to be alive. We are looking at so many changes, revelations, and just it's an amazing time. We are actually living out the things that our grandmothers and great grandmothers prayed about. They used to pray to be able to make it to this day. Um, and most importantly, if you are still here, it is simply because God has a purpose for you, regardless of how young you are, regardless of how old you are, with the critical things that are going on, the fact that we are living out biblical prophecy, you have an assignment within all of this. Um, and it's time to tap in to find out about that. For me, after the year got off to the start that it did, and I was aware that, whoa, it's about to get bananas, I had to take a step back just to recalibrate, realign, um, change a few perspectives, make sure my mindset was aligned with what is going on around us and what's going to go on around us. It's a lot, y'all. But again, I just want to say how great it is that with God, being aligned with Him, that you can still live with joy and happiness. You can still be at peace. And you can still be courageous, strong, resilient, enduring, and persevering. Within all of these things, that's what He does. He clears the way for you. He gives you the authority and the power to step on all things that are not of Him, that try to come into your life. Um, but I just want to speak to that. I want to also speak to if you are going back to if you are alive in this moment, breathe in today, you have an assignment. We have to stay aligned with God so that we're not living in our emotions. Um, that's another day in another video, but I will get into scriptures that talk about living outside of your emotions, and that's why we need to know God, because we need to live outside the emotions and live in His wisdom, live on our faith that we have in Him. Because right now, people are walking out their assignments. Whether you are or not, that's between you and God. Only you know. I'm just here to be an example to show you what it is and what it looks like to walk in your assignment and purpose. But I want to also say, get out the emotions, because it's not for us to be upset with the assignment that God gave someone else. Okay? People are walking in their assignments, regardless of what it looks or feels like for you. They're doing what they're called to do. Okay? Um, God is the God of truth. So the revelations that we are receiving, and I'm trying to say these things kind of incognito. I don't want to start saying names. I don't want to start saying different things that may get this video taken away. I believe this word is important enough, insightful enough that I want it to be shared. So I'm trying to stay away from saying names and whatnot. So follow me. But a lot of people are walking in their assignment. We cannot be mad at the people who are revealing wickedness. Or you can be. That's up to you. It's your choice. But what I'm saying is, you being mad ain't gonna get you nowhere. It's not gonna change anything. We've been so accustomed to always wanting things to go back to normal. I don't think we've ever said it more than through 2020 and after 2020, when things get back to normal. At this point, I believe is normal, or I'm asking myself, is normal even really a thing? We've been conditioned to think so, but our reality is there's a lot of things. There is no going back. We are where we are. We're moving forward. So it's up to you to update yourself. It's like having an old outfit. You know what I'm saying? You got to update your outfit to go with the times and with what's going on. You're gonna look out and stand out like a sore thumb. Like it's things going on that we need your assignment to be applied. Also, this is what God is crying out. This is why He's allowing things to happen to wake us up, so that we are um, standing up to what it is that we need to be doing on an individual basis. I believe that this is a big part of what I need to be doing. I can't always share what's going on behind the scenes because we are in the midst of the biggest spiritual battle. And with that, of course, comes spiritual warfare. God has instructed me to be quiet about a lot of the great things that He is doing in my life, simply because I've already faced enough spiritual warfare. And at this point, I don't need anyone wishing, praying for my downfall and counting me out. I'm walking in God's light. He has great things for me. There's nothing anyone can do to take those things away. It is my destiny, my purpose, and it will come to fruition. But He's telling me just to be quiet. They'll see in the end. But not only that, sometimes God will set you up that way to make sure that He's getting the glory when it all comes to light. Um, by no means, any great thing that we do, I think I said this either in a post or in one of my last videos, any great thing that we do or happens for us is only by His grace. He gets the glory of all good things. So this is why I am living still now in isolation. It's been a long isolation. I'm used to it now. This is where I find peace. This is where I hear God clearly. This is where He can instruct me to be a better person. He just wants me to show what it looks like when you make this choice. What it looks like to allow Him to transform you. What it looks like when you decide to allow the old you to die on a daily. When you implement those healthy habits, that healthy mindset, that growth mindset, and when you decide that you want to tap into the greatness that God gave you. We can no longer be mad or jealous of people that have decided to do that. God is asking you to do the same. Anytime that you're spending upset with the next man for deciding to get on track and to align himself, it's taken away from your own timeline. So please don't do that. I pray for people that are still in that mindset or allowing that to be their mindset. You have great things to do just like I do. Just tap in so you can find out what that is. Get quiet. Stop being distracted by every little thing. Um, we've lived life long enough asleep. It's time to awaken to God's truth, to want to know what the truth is, to live, walk, and speak the truth. Um, and again, to want to be better, to want to do better, and be aligned. Be aligned. So when it's all said and done, God can say to you, "Good work, my servant," or however the term go. You guys know what I mean. It all means the same thing. I want Him to say, "Great job." He put me here for this, and I'm courageous enough to walk it out. Um, Again, like I said, courageous and fearless enough to let the old me die. Um, a lot of times she wasn't about nothing, no way. If I'm being real, you know what I mean? Um, I'm all right with it, and I need other people to be all right with it. Know that God dropped the charges, and He will when you decide to walk with Him, to align with Him, to allow Him to open you up to be the great person that He made you to be, the real authentic person that He made you to be, not the scared, hurt person in pain who's numbing. Spoke about that in the last video. All those things that go against who you really are. But I just want to say I love you guys. Thanks so much. I've missed you guys. And share. Someone else may need this word. I'm only doing what it is that God is asking me to do. This is not for clout. It is to build business, though. So I need you guys to be on my platforms, my social platforms, and supporting me in whatever way you can. Check out my new t-shirts. I just dropped some new t-shirts, Virtuous Woman t-shirt line. But anyway, have a good day. I love you all. And I will talk to you all real soon. Bye. Share, share, share.